Hey, it's the Abstractionist. So, this is going to be a video on Cancer season. It's not even like we're going to talk about the astrology and shit like that. Like, sometimes I just don't follow that. I just go with how I'm feeling. So, Cancer season is officially here. And I kind of just feel like, I feel like it's like a mellow time. I feel like it's very active. I would release any anger you feel. I would work on, any anger you feel within your body, your lungs, stuff like that. It seems like for Cancer season, because people don't like Cancer season. They really don't like Gemini season, but I feel like we're like a close runner up. So I would say savor this season. I know Saturn, I was reading about Saturn going retrograde, a little bit of astrology that I do keep up with online. And so, pay attention to feeling like you're regressing or regressive kind of like circumstances coming up. I think, of course, Cancer suns, moons, risings, like anywhere where Cancer is prominent, probably will be affected with that retrograde energy because it is in Pisces. So it's a trine energy, but I think that it could be a little bit devastating for people. So if you do have Cancer in your chart or you are a Cancer, and your birthday is going into July basically because that's where we are. Just pay attention to your hopes and dreams and desires. Where that bridge, there's a gap, right, in between your expectations and reality. I think for Saturn return, there may be one significant birthday that you've had. It could be anyone, but some people may be reflecting on their birthday. Some people may be reflecting on the change of seasons, growing up, the transition from adulthood, from childhood to adulthood, familial kind of like traditions, things like that. In the US, the 4th of July, so it's kind of like a patriotic time. Thinking about motherland, maybe even fatherland, those sorts of things. I would make sure, because we're in a water season, to not get too hung up on a lot of emotional stuff. Like, examine it and deal with it, but I feel like some people have the idea, and maybe the Saturn in Pisces is like this thing, like I have to relive it 3,000 fucking times in order for me to finally get it. Maybe in re-examining it this time I'll figure out the clue to get rid of it. But it's if you keep looking at it with the same mindset, you won't see it. You know what I'm saying? You won't see it. You won't see anything new because you're looking at it with the same mind frame. And then sometimes, like I said, it's just not, you don't need to keep revisiting. That's a thing. So Cancer season, I would say stay clear of trying to solve everything, examine everything and be like a detective and all of these things. And I feel like the heightened need for answers is what could throw people off in Cancer season. The heightened need for emotional answers, emotional reckoning, emotional ending, could devastate a lot of people because it may not be what you thought. It may not be what you want. It may not be what you need, to be honest. And there is a lesson to be learned about pushing for a certain outcome and stuff like that. And I know that is the case for me. If you see my story on my Instagram, that's up right now. That'll be up for 24 hours. That's my area of focus. And I just, like I said, I just feel like we're here to get better and grow and evolve, but it's kind of like the Virgoan energy, striving for the perfection of it all. But will it ever be enough? You know, will it ever be right? Will it ever be good enough? I think Cancer season is the beginning of, I feel like the next 3 signs kind of do deal with like being good enough. I feel like all 3 of them deal with like, are you good enough? And it kind of like ball busting questions and circumstances that really like can shake you and break you down, and yeah, are tied to some very heavy hitting energy and larger scale like energy, larger scale consequences for mistakes or just choices in general, I guess. So enjoy Cancer season. I just think that it's a good time to be reflective. With Saturn in retrograde, I don't really feel like too bad because my Saturn is naturally in retrograde. And I don't take retrogrades 100% to be like bad. I just don't. But you know. So thank you for watching Cancer season video. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully I'll get these things up before like the end of the first week of July, but it is like 4th of July, so don't like hold me, but also hold me because I'm highly inconsistent and I know that. Bye.